All right, so hey, what's going on, Freedomers? One of the cool things I'm understanding is the power of obsessive action and faith. Reason why, and faith to the unseen. Reason why this is so important is because when you take obsessive action, what most people don't understand about obsessive action is that it makes you crunch time. So when you take a slow amount of action, you lengthen how long the success is gonna come. And when you have faith to the unseen, it adds. It's one of the things you must have by default. But one of the core things I'm really grasping and really accepted with my life is the power of obsessive action. Because the less obsessive action you take, the longer it takes. And depending on the time in your life, on where you are in life, that could hurt you really bad when you're not taking obsessive action. You know, I get it. There is a time to relax. There is a time to rest. You know what I'm saying? There's always time for that, and I get that. But when you're not taking obsessive action, or you're taking action that everybody else is taking, it fucks your shit up. And I get why people say take massive action because, sometimes I don't even like the word massive action because massive may seem overwhelming, but take obsessive small steps. You know what I'm saying? Make that live, make that video, every day. You feel what I'm saying? Because the longer you wait to say I'm gonna do one video, and I get it, that's small and that's great, but the longer you take little action, only a small amount of action, meaning average. The more you take average action, the longer your success takes. The harder your success is. And when I say the harder your success is, meaning it's not worth it. It makes depression kick in. It makes you have it makes you get depressed. I ain't gonna hold you. It makes you depressed when you're not taking massive action. I think the greatest amount of energy I can display is when I'm taking massive action on where I want to go, where I want to be, etc., etc. And when you're not taking that, you be so fucked up. And lack of better words, you be so fucked up because, in lack of better words, okay, when you're not taking massive action. From my personal experience, you open yourself up to a massive distraction. Let me say that again. When you're not taking massive action, you open yourself up to massive distraction. So the reason why I say that is because when I'm massively scrolling, it's because I'm not committed to the unseen and I'm not taking action. You know what I'm saying? When I consume myself with taking so much action in my business, it's hard for me not to be unstoppable. You feel what I'm saying? And what I come to the thorough understanding is that when you commit to the unseen, you could taste the feeling of your reality a lot more when you're taking action every day. But when you're procrastinating and shit, your life gets a lot harder. Life gets a lot more boring. Life gets a lot more harsh. Because you sitting around fucking waiting for the fucking world, and I'm realizing there's no such thing, because in this world, in this realm, you gotta take what you want. And that's why when I hear CEOs, especially when they ain't really got it like that, they waiting for a team to do it, they waiting for a team to market them, they waiting for a team to push them out there. I said, that's great, but you are delaying your success. Because there's a person who's gripping the phone, using what they got, and taking massive fucking action. And they're getting shit done, they're paying their bills, they're getting money. And even if it's less than you, usually they catch up because they're taking massive fucking action. You know what I'm saying? When they stop looking at others, and they be like, yo, this is what the fuck I do. And they taking massive fucking action. Yo, it's that person, I'm learning that person is scary as fuck. The scariest person in the world is a person who takes an obscene amount of action, an obscene amount of fucking domination. That's a scary person to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing whatever it morally takes to get where the fuck they need to go. You know, and they see the routine and they fucking go. You know, and I'm becoming that a person who's very scary to fuck with. You know, um, and I'm accepting that about myself. And the more when I used to deny that about myself, it would fuck me up. When I used to just, and I'll never forget what Grant Cardone said: when you don't take massive action, your inner demons come out. And I realize it, like when I'm not doing nothing, I get real frantic. Like I get real like it's crazy. Like I get real like I don't know what to do. Like I hate not doing shit. Like we used to be taking action all the time, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. Um, yeah, massive. What happens with massive faith is that I learned you gotta train your mind like you're training your body. When you're taking action, you need to focus on that mental picture and on that feeling so much so where you're captivated by where you want to go and you see yourself doing it. You see yourself taking action. So when it happens, it's like deja vu. You know, be so engulfed in your mental picture. And last but not least, you know, Albert Einstein said, he said, you want to be happy, stop tying it to people tied to a goal. And I realized that because the most unhappiest times in my life, I was tying my happiness to people and how they behave, how they do things. And when I'm tying my shit to a goal and I don't give a fuck what people think and I'm doing what the fuck I'm doing, it makes me happy. It makes me full of content. So when I become what I need to become, not just get the thing, but when I become the person I need to become, like that's exhilarating because it's just true. Tony Robbins says the happiness is in the process of becoming, not necessarily getting the goal. Because I realize when I get these goals, like I make the money, it's great in the moment, you know. But then if aside it goes back down, it's like all right, next I need the next thing, you know. And it's true. The becoming is where your happiness at, and you know. And you gotta watch out for getting too comfortable with you having things, and that's why in the terms of Tai Lopez, that's why you travel, so you could see that polarity of saying, don't get comfortable, nigga. You know you blessed. You blessed to live in a country that gives you opportunity. So massive faith and a large amount of faith and a huge amount of obsessive action, Peace.